I'm audible to you, my friends. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we are discussing about the Linux interview preparation and Linux interview question and answer. So we have more than 120 question and answer of real-time examples and interview scenarios question. So we are now checking one by one the questions and answers. So let me share my screen first. So first question is about, so first of all we check that set username and password to never expire. Here's the command. So you can use sudo chns capital M9999 and username. That's why, because 99 time is a days, used for days, maximum days. So it's for expired user. The second question is about the passwd and shadow file. So we cannot merge these files because the passwd file has the user information and the shadow file has the encrypted password information. The third question is about the uh, PID, process ID. So you can check by using lsof minus ID you want to see. The fourth question is about how to unmount the file system. So we can use the following command to unmount them using unmount minus L and mount point name. So we can unmount this. Fifth question is about what could be reason a server take more time after reboot. So we given the point, check the FSCK, disk check, service waiting to start. So DNS delay, network issue, another hardware issue. So our sixth question is trying to create file under permission but getting permission denied error. So we can check that reason might be read only mount or ACL overriding some permissions issue. So we can check it on real time what would be the issue. The seventh question is how to check kernel outing table. So kernel routing table information netstat is the command. Yeah, or show IP route. So these are the commands: IP route show or netstat -rn. How to set sticky bit? It's a very much important question about the small and capital S. So uh, this is used in mostly interviews. Interviewer can ask about that. So there is the difference between small and capital S. With the small s, you have the permission to execute the file, and with the capital S, there is no execute permission. And move to our question 9. Which file is used to specify the default gateway? So it's in the CentOS. So we can check using following command: etc sysconfig network script and ifcfg-edhx. So or we can check using etc sysconfig/network. So in Debian we are used in ubuntu/etc network interfaces. In RHEL7, how to switch between the two run levels or targets. The systemd target, that is the command systemctl is dash utils dash type and equal to target. So we are going to the question 10 about the file system. What is NFS and how it configure, and what is the port number does it use? So NFS is uh, mostly known network file system. That's system mount root remote directories. This the port number of TCP for NFS 2049, and the UDP port is 111. So it's easy to install. So we use yum for RHEL. So there is a command sudo yum install nfs-util in CentOS and RHEL, Red Hat Linux. Then we go to our etc export, and we set our share folder and the IP address, and we give them read write access. And in the third step, we go fs-a command, and we use command systemctl start nfs-server for starting the server, and systemctl enable nfs-server hyphen server. So in that's the question about the NFS file sharing. And now we move to our 12th question: nice value. About the nice value. Nice value is the value that show the process priority. In how much in the minus the nice value, the process priority is much higher, and how much in the plus values. If a value in the plus, so its priority process is low as compared to value in minus. So the command is nice minus n or hyphen n and 10. It's less uh, value. So if we given in the minus, so its process value is high as compared to the in the positive value. So what is the difference between FTP and TFT? FTP file transfer protocol, and TFT is also file transfer protocol. So there is a difference between ports, and the protocol is FTP is a protocol which is TCP protocol, and the TFTP protocol is a UDP protocol. The file transfer protocol lightweight authentication that use. So we are moving to our 14th question about the LVM. So how to extend the file system in the Linux. So using LVM. So LVM is a logical volume manager. So we can increase using that. So first of all, we use the LV extend command. We first of all we check our volume group. So which volume group we are using the file, and we then we add the LV extend with the capital minus L command, plus we add the how much we extend. We are extending 5 GB, 10 GB, and the path of the LVM. So path of the file, where it's the volume manager is in which path the volume is stored. So after giving that path, we add the volume group name like VG dash LVM name. So LV extend is the command is LV extend minus capital L plus the how much you giving the extending volume. We are giving 5 GB or 10 GB. So then we add that the mount point, and then we volume group name with the volume group name. So after that we use the resize to fs command for the extend. So that's the extending the volume. So we are using extend storage. The next question is, uh, how will you roll back the package after patching? So when we install, sometime we use to detach the packages or roll back the packages. They are creating some problems. So we use the command yum history to check our packages, which package we install, and yum history, undo the following transaction ID. So we use the package name, or that ID DNF we use in the latest version of the RHEL. So we move to our 16 question. What is rsync and its syntax? So rsync is a command using remotely copying the things from one server to another server using SSH protocol. So rsync VAVZ, we use that command using the rsync minus avz, and then we use the directory where we store the something. Then we give the username and address and sign for the where we want to copy the things. So in that example, uh, rsync command use, and this is our we says that its file is on our desktop directory, and we want to move the server's desktop directory. So we add the server username and its IP address at the point of remote, and then we use colon and the destination desktop address. So that's we copy that file. In question number 17, how to reduce the file system. So when we are updating the file system, file system, shut down the system. But when we are reducing the file system, so we use we used to that shut down the system and turn on. It's not when we are reducing the file system, we cannot uh, reduce the file system in live environment. That's why we use to shut down the system, and then we can uh, uh, unmount the file system. So we can use the following commands. Uh, First, we unmount the file system, and 2f sck hyphen f, and that the volume group where we use which volume group we use. So after that, resize 2fs and the volume group, where how much we want to reduce that the file. And after that, we remount that file. So question number 18, how to set line numbering in VI editor. In VI slash Vimpress, we can set number command used to add the permanent numbers. We can use forward slash dot vmrc vmrc command. We can add the permanent files in it. So we go to question number 19, how to scan a disk in Linux. So that's the echo command we use to scan the disk in Linux. So you can check that command, that echo command, sysclass sci host x slash scan. We can use that. So move to question 20, etc fstab file and its meaning. The fstab file is used when we are mounting the different files permanently, file system permanently in the any our Ubuntu or in our any Linux operating system. There are multiple meanings of that, so we can use to permanently mount. Uh, if we want to permanently mount a file system, so we use that. So these are different fields. One for use device, second for point, and third for file system, four for mount option, five dump backup, and FSCK order. So we move to our next question about links port general patching. So in soft link and hard link. So there is a soft link and hard link. There is common difference that a hard link is that we can span the inodes and the file. A hard link is a link that is used when we something to become broken. The link still valid or delete become things that we want to something we want to uh, we when we I am explaining to that the soft link is a symbolic link. The hard link files are with the inode connection that we can use. That's a way how to create the soft link and hard link. So soft link and hard link, we can use that links when soft link and hard link. One is used to when we delete the file or link that the file is not in the case of the hard link. The file path, file system span is not deleting, or in the case of different, we are used to delete or undo things. So we when we delete the file or delete the hard link and soft link, there is a little bit of complications and misconfusion between them, which one is deleted and which one is not deleted. So you can see that. Can we create the soft link across the partition? Yes, the soft links is actually a reference link. uh, that's why we it's a symbolic link, so we can create between the different partition. What is the location of HFC share file? So HFC is a hierarchical file system. HFS, sorry, HFS is a hierarchical file system. It's mainly used in Mac OS, and so it's for NFS share path is in the etc export file. So move to our question number 24, how to check if a particular port is listening or not. There is a different commands to check. We use with netstat or lsoff minus I and the port number, so we can check that. Question number 25, what is journaling in the file system, pros and cons? Journaling is a basically to avoid the corruption of the file system, to check that, uh, to track that. Pros is the journaling is a faster recovery, and that's makes low risk, and is write the cons is that's to write extra disk. So move to our question 26. What is patching? A package is not allowed update, what command, and how to troubleshoot it. So we use yum update package name to update that, and we check rpm hyphen q and capital R package name for reinstalling that corrupt package. Yum clean is used for clean the uh, cache. So we move to question 27. What is booting process of Linux? So first, when we power on, it will go to BIOS, MBR, master bootloader, master boot record, and MBR loads the grub. In the fourth process, we initialize the hardware kernel, and init system D. We can log move to our question 28. What is JCPU in W command? pCPU time used the current process, and JCPU time used by all the process attached to the test. To our question 29, what happened when you type URL in a browser and press enter? When we type URL in a browser, then we press enter, it will resolve the DNS first, and then TCP handshaking check, then it will check the TLS, HTTPS or HTTP request, it's encrypted or not encrypted, web services process, and browser re- return the HTML and CSS and JS files. Now we move to our question 30. What is the difference between RPM and jump, and how to check packages for commands? So RPM and Yum are the two different package managers for the Red Hat Enterprise Linux CentOS. These are used for packaging uh, RPM and DNF. Yum and DNF are the package that resolve. Um, Yum is used that is in the older version, and DNF is a latest package manager, and RPM is a low-level package manager which does not handle any dependencies. Yum is a high-level package manager which resolve the dependencies. When we install some package, we use, for example, when we want to install uh, any of editor or any package, something like we want to install our any software we want to install in Linux, Apache or something. We when we use the yum command, it will be automatically install its dependency. But when we use DNF or RPM, it will not install its dependencies. So we move to our question 31, which is system update, file system, network, and archiving part. So, what is the difference between jump update and jump upgrade? It's a minimal difference between update and upgrade. Update is used to install packages, and upgrade is used to update and remove the obsolete packages which are not using. That's the behavior of yum update and yum upgrade. Yum update install packages and yum upgrade use to update and remove the obsolete packages. So we move to our question 32, how to downgrade a package. So yum downgrade and package name. Yum install package, and we use that specific version of the package. So we upgrade and downgrade our packages using the following command. Now we move to our question 33. What is a file system in a Linux or Windows? File system is a method to organize and store data on a disk. So we store the data on the disk using the different file system in Linux. We have from older to new. We use ext2, ext3, ext4, xfs. These are the file system we use in Windows, that FAT32, NTFS, exfat, refs. These are the file system. How to remove duplicate packages in a Linux? So uh, we use package cleanup and cleanups command, or ensure that yum util is installed. So then we move to our question 35. Difference between TCP and UDP. TCP is a transmission control protocol, and UDP is a user datagram protocol. The TCP is a protocol that use connection. That is connection oriented protocol, and UDP is a connectionless protocol. It's not a connection oriented protocol, but TCP is slower and UDP is faster than TCP. So we move to our question 36, how to list directory inside directory using find. So that's a command find slash path minus type of the file and d and max path length, maximum path length of that file. What is a difference between the archive and compress the file? Uh, in question 37, we archive the file, we use tar extension, and we compress the file, we use gz or bz2 extension. Uh, Archiving is a just combining the file, not compressing. It's by using tar, we do not compress the file, only archive the file, and gz and bgz is used to uh, reduce the file size. We use to compress that file gzip, bzip to xz. These are commands to use to compress the file. So we move to our question 38. Normal user trying to telnet to server but get timed out. So we check the firewall IP table or firewall D, and we check the port is open or not, telnet server port. So service is running, or some security checks in SE Linux or app harbor restriction are enabled. So now we move to our question 39. RAID. RAID is a nothing but redundant array of independent disks. We use in a server's RAID. We use multiple disks. Uh, we have the different RAID level: RAID 1, RAID 3, RAID 5. We use multiple disks for RAID 1, 3, and 5. RAID we use for the backup purposes of disk. When some disk is failed, we use to create RAID configuration. For example, if we created the configuration in a server as a RAID 5. So in RAID 5, minimum 3 disks are used. 2 disks are used for storage purpose, and 1 disk is used for parity purpose. So if 1 disk is failed, we can replace with the disk, and we can rebuild that RAID. So we cannot uh, uh, our lost the data while using in the RAID configuration of server. So we move to our question 40. What is the difference between ext2, ext3, ext4, and XFS file system? These basic difference is that in the these file system, how much they support the storage. So they support different sizes of storage. Some are support ext2 is less than 32 terabyte. Ext4 is support 32 terabyte. Ext3 support 32 terabytes. Ext4 supports uh, 1 etabyte, and XFS system is supports 8 etabyte. So we move to our features of a maximum file 2 GB in ext2. Legacy is stable, and modern use performance is ext3 is support 2 TB, ext4 support 16 TB, and XFS is support much higher than these. All the file system 8 etabyte. So we move to our next part: memory and backup management of the system. So question 41, can we build a server without swap partition consequences? Yes, we can build, but not recommended. Consequence is no uh, backfall memory process may be killed by OM and system may be freeze when under load. So we move to our question 42, difference between incremental and differential backup. So incremental backup is that first we create full backup of a system. So after that, we change something in the backup, then we use the incremental backup. It's faster, and differential backup is since the we taking the full backup and we change or made of by any user. So incremental backup is faster than the differential backup. How to troubleshoot a network issue? So first of all, we ping the global DNS or dig the google.com. We check the IP address using IPA. We check the routes using IP route, and we check the log using generalctl minus XC. So move to our question 44. Capture traffic between source and destination IP address. So we use TCP dump command with the hyphen I, TCP dump command to capture the traffic between two IP addresses, source and destination. Now we move to our question 45. Capture the traffic for destination port 443 and read PCAP. So TCP dump use we use TCP dump command for capturing the packet, and we change the parameters of the command. So we use hyphen I and Ethernet port, destination port is 443, and we use SSL traffic.pcap, TCP dump hyphen R for recursive, and the address. So we move to our question 46, diagnose performance issue with storage devices. So we can copy, we can diagnose and the uh, storage device issue using IOStat, input output stat. We use hyphen x23 and different stat for packaging. We use dmessage, uh, dmesg, and grab command for the purposes. Display disk input output statistics. IOStat is the command we use to display the input and output statistics. IOStat minus D 2 and 5. And we move to our question 48, display CPU statistics. So we use mpstat for CPU statistics, and top and htop command used for the CPU statistic purpose. mpstat minus p all 2 comma 5 or used for CPU statistics. Top and htop command is used to show the CPU statistics. We move to our question 49. A program won't start due to missing dependency. So, so how to check uh, LDD and the path of that program binary, and install the missing dependency yum, provide the missing dependency library path. So Uh, 50 question, show stat of all protocols. So we use netstat -s for showing the all protocols, statistics of all protocol. See kernel routing table using IP route show command for the kernel routing table, which will show. We can see in the example we use IP in our, so that's show the different we for netstat protocol we use that command. It will show netset tool is not installed, so apt sudo apt install net tool. So we wait for a while. While it's installing, we move to our next command. The command is check if Linux is running out of memory. So we use free command top or stop command